Hi, I'm Julie and this channel's Happy on Monday. In this video, I'm going to share 9 of the greatest threats to your retirement plan and some ideas for minimizing those risks. Retirement is a time of relaxation, but it also comes with a lot of risk. Saving for retirement is hard enough. People often face serious issues on the way to retirement. These hurdles can mess up even the most comprehensive retirement plans. By knowing what could ruin your retirement plans and how to avoid them, you could retire sooner and happier. Number 1 threat is housing. Depending on your situation, having a mortgage payment in retirement could be an advantage or a disadvantage. If your mortgage payments are low, keeping a large house might not be a problem. On the other hand, if large mortgage payments are keeping you from adding to your retirement nest egg, you might want to consider selling your overpriced house and moving to one that's more affordable. An oversized house can be a major financial burden. A house that's too large for your needs can become a liability. With maintenance cost and property taxes, it can really add up. People trying to save for retirement could consider moving to a smaller, less expensive property. That's what I did, and honestly, there's less to clean, less to heat and cool, less to maintain. I love it. Number 2 is adult children borrowing from your retirement funds. I'm afraid I'm guilty of taking money out of my retirement accounts to loan to my adult children. Most people want to help their kids succeed in life. However, we need to be careful not to share too much of our retirement money with our adult children. Young adults often struggle to make it on their own, but parental support may threaten our own financial security, especially when it comes to our nest egg. To children, parents are superheroes, so of course they probably overestimate how well their parents have done financially. We won't be around forever, and our kids need to stand on their own. Make sure you're showing them that your financial life matters too. It's really hard to set boundaries. This is something I'm still working on. Number 3 is accounting for medical expenses. Saving enough for retirement is hard, but when you add the financial burden of saving for health care, the goal can seem unreachable, especially if you're retiring early. Healthcare is likely to be one of your largest and most unpredictable retirement expenses. I read that couples in their 60s can expect to spend around $315,000 on medical expenses in retirement. Jeez! Large medical expenses can drain your savings. If you're still working, contribute money to a health savings account if at all possible. An HSA or an HRA let you pay for medical expenses tax-free. I have a video about healthcare expenses in retirement that I'll link in the description below in case you're interested. Number 4 is planning for major unexpected expenses. Just because you stop working doesn't mean life stands still. Expenses can't always be predicted. Even the most ordinary, unexpected costs can threaten your financial health in retirement. With possible expenses such as home repairs, pet emergencies, car repairs, it's important that in your budget you're still saving for these. On fixed incomes, not only might it be harder to qualify for a loan to cover these costs, the loan payments could blow your budget. Number 5 is saving for college instead of retirement. College tuition rates have climbed significantly in recent years. While it's natural to want to pay for your children's college education, pre-retirees shouldn't make the mistake of paying outrageous college tuitions. This can be at the cost of your own retirement savings. The last thing you want to be is a burden to your kids in retirement because you didn't save enough. Dave Ramsey advocates for this in his baby steps. Fortunately or unfortunately, I didn't follow this one.
Oh no.
I'm very happy that all of my children have a college education, but I had a lot of catching up to do because of this. Number 6 is inflation. Inflation is a major threat to your retirement. Inflation reduces the value of your savings and over time can eat away at your nest egg. You have no control over it and it can't be predicted. It has a dangerous, destructive effect. Stay informed about inflation costs to avoid unpleasant surprises in the future. In your retirement savings plans, consider using some investments that have the potential to keep up with inflation. You can use an online inflation calculator to give you a better idea of how far your money will take you when you retire. Number 7 is poor asset allocation. Poor asset allocation is a huge threat to your retirement. Studies have shown that asset allocation decisions, far more than any other factor, affect the long-term performance of an investment portfolio. This is a mistake you don't want to make so close to your retirement. Asset allocation in your portfolio also does not stop when you retire. You want a somewhat conservative portfolio after you retire. Stocks are important in a retirement portfolio. They yield higher returns than safer types of investments. But those returns come with more risk. They also come with the possibility of a big loss. Young investors have enough time to recoup losses, but if you're near retirement, you don't. It may be wise to reduce your exposure to stocks in favor of safer assets. But do keep a stock allocation of at least 30% to hedge against inflation risk. This involves shifting some money from stocks to bonds and cash. These are generally less volatile. Otherwise, a market crash might mean a huge loss and the need to sacrifice important retirement goals. As soon as the market recovers, I'm planning on rebalancing to a more conservative allocation.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Number 8 is planning for market volatility. If you know anyone who retired in 2020, they may have told you stories about how their retirement accounts were stable one day and tanked the next day. This is because they didn't take market downturns seriously enough and didn't have a plan for it. Basically, they were withdrawing money from accounts with shrinking values, with no chance to replenish. This market volatility that happened in 2020 is part of what caused me to feel so conservative. We hadn't seen this type of downturn for a long time. I was like, wait, what is happening? This is terrible.
Whoa!
To avoid this, make sure you don't have too much invested in high-risk investments. Diversify your investments to give your funds a better chance of recovering when a crisis impacts the markets. The bucket strategy is the best way I know to plan for this. I have a video about the bucket strategy that I'll link in the description below. Number 9 is boredom. You might not expect boredom to be a big threat to your retirement, but it can be. Many people jokingly say that when they retire, they'll golf, take vacations, lounge by the pool. But that's only fun for a couple of months. What happens in year 2 or 3? Pre-retirees should plan for what they're going to do in retirement to avoid boredom and unhappiness. I have a video about this that I'll link in the description below. In summary, understanding the risks that can come between you and the retirement you want is an important step toward meeting your retirement goals. Being aware of these risks can help you plan proactively and be better prepared when you reach your retirement date. Thanks for joining me. If you found this helpful, please like, and if you're interested in retiring early, consider subscribing to my channel. I'm going to leave you with a quote. At some point, you just have to let go of what you thought should happen and live in what's happening. Hope to see you again soon.